Hi, my name is Grace and this is my digital story. I'm an Asian American, as you can see. I grew up in a small town called Manalapan, New Jersey. Family is an extremely important aspect of my life. My parents have guided and supported me in every single step I have taken in my life journey. My little sister Jenny is my best friend. Growing up, I loved to teach her about all the different things I learned in school. As a young age, I just knew I wanted to be a teacher. We have family all over the world, such as California, Brazil, and South Korea, just to name a few. I'm fortunate enough to have been able to visit different areas of the world and fully experience the variety of cultures. This sparked my interest in culture. I went on a mission trip with my church to Mexico to teach students who could not afford it. We stayed there with a Spanish-speaking family. Even though there was a huge language barrier, after a short 2 weeks, we became family. This experience made me realize that if I have a non-native English speaker in my class, I also would be able to communicate and teach them. I was so excited when I got my acceptance letter from New York University. I couldn't wait to get my degree in special education and childhood education and finally have my own classroom and students to teach besides my little sister. Growing up, there was a small Asian population in my town, so I looked forward to meeting a variety of people from different cultures that I have not yet been exposed to. Right before I left, my cousin had her first child, Katie. It was extremely interesting watching her grow physically and developmentally. I could not wait to get to school and learn about the different aspects of children. My first year, I made new friends and even kept in touch with my old ones. My sophomore year, I joined a multicultural sorority. I was able to learn a lot about different cultures through my sorority sisters and Greek life in general. I made friends who were Vietnamese, Chinese, African American, and even biracial. They came from all different religious backgrounds such as Buddhism, Christianity, Muslim, and atheism. My junior year, I started my core education courses. I started my journey as a teacher in Battery Park City School with students from affluent backgrounds. I was in a first grade general education classroom with a couple students who had IEPs. Because it was a new school, I was able to see how a school curriculum was created. My second placement was PS 333 Manhattan School for Children. I was in a third grade general education classroom with students who had IEPs. Most of the students came from Spanish and African American backgrounds. There, I was able to learn the importance of community building. I learned how important morning meetings were and how to teach students appropriate ways to socialize. I was also exposed to standardized testing. In class, we were learning about math, reading, social studies, art, and science, and how to effectively incorporate it into our classrooms and all of our lesson plans. It was a really difficult year, but I had my classmates to lean on and to talk to. We constantly shared our student teaching stories and gave each other advice, which was really important. They helped me start building my teaching philosophy. My senior year, I was placed in PS 158 Bayard Taylor School. I was in a fourth grade general education classroom with students who had IEPs. They were from all different backgrounds. It was my first placement where I was introduced to the TC curriculum. I was able to take charge of the social studies unit. This was a great opportunity for me to teach about culture. I taught the Native American unit. In the beginning, students had certain notions about Native Americans based on the media portrayal, which was completely changed at the end of the unit. My current placement is at Spruce Street School. I am in a third grade SETS classroom working closely with students who have learning disabilities and even ESL students. On a daily basis, I am making modifications to my teachers' lesson plans to meet the needs of my students. I realized how much I love working with smaller groups of students who really need my individual attention. I love the bonds I have formed with all of my students in my journey. My journey will be a never-ending one, constantly learning from my students. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my digital story.